Okay, YouTubers, here we go again. It's Monday, November 9th, week after our election, and I'm not going to discuss that situation. Just not going to discuss it. Scratch it. Okay, here we go. Excuse the wind. As you can tell, the little toy tractor over here, a little 4600 John Deere, has went on a diet. It lost its loader. Wish I could lose weight that easy. But the reason for taking the loader off is to lighten it up. Because this really got fluffed up with that tiller, rotary tiller on the back of the tractor, and I knew it was going to be, if this was still loose ground, it's going to really sink in and leave some deeper tracks that potentially wouldn't get filled in as easily with just using this drag harrow, which it is red. It's two sections, 12 foot. It is a, as you can see right there, hopefully, it is an International Model 7 harrow section deal. Yeah, it works not too bad. I went over this. Actually, I worked it this way, and then got to where I had a big enough loop around. I started working back and forth this way. I'd come back. So I worked it two different ways already. Yes, I have the Cyclone spreader on the little tractor. I have not spread lime or fertilizer yet. I am getting ready to do that. And I'm going to pull this behind the tractor while I do it, so that way this works this stuff into the ground, so hopefully it doesn't all just blow away, evaporate away, whatever the heck. I think in some ways it might be better if I maybe did disc this, but for now I'm just going to harrow the stuff in, and it's late enough in the year. Now, granted, it's nice and warm. It's probably almost 75 degrees today, but it's supposed to cool off. Now come spring, about about mid-March, mid-April time frame, I may slip out here, and by that time maybe my lazy ass will have the tire replaced on my disc, because I don't have a 15-inch tire sitting around here to replace the tires with, and just because I'm just wanting to get it done kind of deal, just get the ground worked up and loosened up and stuff into the ground. I'm going this route, but this spring I'll go get the grass seed stuff from the seed dealer I went and got stuff from before, and we will reseed all this, and we'll kind of rough up the ends a little bit and rework and reseed them also. That being said, let's go in the shop. I'll show you the other stuff. Because someone's going to go, what are you putting on the ground? Well, in whatever. Okay, looky here. Like my fancy mixer? That's right, boys and girls. I'm going to use a concrete mixer to mix. I'm going to try to spread this all in one shot. Kind of, sort of. So anyway, what I've got. Pelletized limestone. And I have... There's my pasture mix fertilizer. Just something simple. Just put some nutrients in the ground. Now I know. Go to local feed. Because I just bought this local farm supply type store. And I know a lot of you are probably going, well, go get with the ag outfit that does the fertilizing and all that stuff. Have soil sample stuff done. Yeah, I could do that, but yeah, I'm just trying to help do little improvements. I didn't want to really mess with them. Like last time, it's almost $200 a shot to have them come out and do stuff as far as fertilizing, spreading, all that stuff. Which that not bad really, but I can do this and be just just have something on the ground to help the grasses grow. You know, like I said before, God forbid I make a profit on anything, but because it's just a hobby. If I can make a buck or two, great. If not, well, shit. All right, that being said, I need to get my button gear and get something done. So I'll stop here, and then I will get some of this mixed up and in that fertilizer spreader, or in that spreader, and I'll take you for a little bit of a ride. So hang in there, and I'll be right back. Yep. I thought I could maybe put a, here you go, one of them deals. See what I'm doing? I'm mixing it. Hell, something industrial size works for the fertilizer, doing a similar thing and all that. And I've used this mixer for several things, so I'll just throw this in there. But yeah, about one 50-pound bag of fertilizer, and then another 40-pound bag, and about a half of the lime. That fills a little concrete mixer up. I don't think I can get another full bag and another bag and a half of lime in there. But anyway, that's how it's mixing up for. I'm gonna mix it up, put it in the spreader and all that stuff. Let's see, how can I go further into this? But yeah, I've used this thing to mix up concrete. Of course, it's what it's meant for. But I've also had a wild hair several years ago to mix some horse feed up for on my own, which, yeah, it was all bag feed, but I had a mix of stuff that I'd mix up specially for the wife's dang horse. We had two at that time, but because one was a senior and they both ate out of the same feeder all the time, I mixed a different little bit of a ratio of feed for the both of them, and went from there, and it worked out pretty well. But yeah, you can use a concrete mixer for a lot of things. So yeah, there's another almost minute and a half, 2 minutes killed. So hang in there, we'll show you something maybe a little more interesting here in a few minutes. And there you go, folks. Oop, I hate when I do that. I lean my butt too far to one side and knock the tractor out of gear. Fertilizer hell hot spot. But yeah, we're running about 600 RPM. We're running 4th B range on the little tractor. And again, no sense getting a real big hurry. Hell, why hurry? It's only 2 acres. It's a hobby. So yeah, I'm not in no real big hurry to do a lot of stuff quick. But anyway, bring the fertilizer on out here where I did not work up the field. Makes a lot more noise. Yeah, we'll see how well this works out for us. It may be a bad idea, maybe a good idea. You know? The thing is, I'm trying to do something with it. Now the fun part is not turn too sharp on the ends and catch that chain that's pulling my harrow on the back tires. Hopefully it won't. We'll cover the field. You know, there again, I may, depending on how the rate's going, I'm gonna check it here. And have to open the chute up just a little bit more, pull a little more material down. All just depends. But you got the general concept of what I'm trying to do. Like the rest of you, I'm just going riding around here on a little toy tractor. Trying to do a little bit of fertilizing, lime spreading, work the dirt around a little bit. Go from there. A little bit of fertilizer and lime out here on this portion. We could use a little shot of, we could use some care too. Could use some care too. You can tell my neighbors they've not worked the ground yet. Well, neighboring farm ground has not had the farmers working their ground yet, I should say. Let's see here. Yeah, I'm somewhere along here. I have a heck of a time sometimes seeing where I've been last. I don't have GPS assisted steering or guidance to speak of, and I have a hard time seeing just where I've been sometimes in the ground. I know a lot of you guys are thinking, what the hell? Well, there again, I do this just enough to be a hobby, and don't always, I'll never claim to be the best operator in the world. No way, no how will I ever claim to be the best operator out there. But as long as I get the ground covered, that's all I'm worrying about. If I overlap too much, okay. But I can do that. It's a hobby. If it wasn't a hobby, I wouldn't be able to do that. Here's where I burnt that pile at. Oh, there's a little bit of a hole there. Hope it got filled in a little bit. Neighbor going by, going home, one of them. All right. Well, there's your 2 rounds of happiness. A little bit of extra overlap on the edge. Hopefully you're just seeing down the field, not seeing just the hood of the tractor. And hopefully you got a decent shot back there off the roll bar, the ROPS, of the spreader seeding the ground, and the old spike harrow just to working the, shuffling the dirt around. You know, we'll work this a couple different ways if I have to. There again, I don't mind riding. There you go. As several of you may have already figured out, yep, I got a day job. I work in a factory, and I use time like this to, it's kind of a therapy deal. Yeah, as I've kind of pointed out to a few of you, you may have figured out, I work on equipment at the day job, where I'm fixing it. I fix equipment. They break it, I try to fix it best I can to my ability sometimes. But after dealing with operators, trying to get out of them what they've done to the machine and not always getting the right answer, here we go. On that note, I'm gonna let y'all go. Hey, if you stuck it out this long, thanks for coming along. Thanks for watching the video. I appreciate it. And I appreciate you guys comment back and forth. I do appreciate the one suggestion made to borrow a neighbor's chisel plow and work this up, loosen it up. But you know, all those guys are real farming. They're busy out in their own fields working away and carrying on, and I don't want to borrow them just for a couple acres. But now I gotta tell a story. I can't let you go just yet. Story time. It's been about 15 years ago. I had the wild hair to reseed this little 2-acre patch. Well, that particular fall, The farmer that was working this ground straight to the north of me, he had his crew in there, and they had the big John Deere, like I want to say 9400 series articulated four-wheel drive tractors with the nice big honking disc chisels Deere has. Nice equipment. Well, I just happened to catch him, and I asked him, "Hey, if I give you guys some money, would you come over and work this? Would you come over and work this ground up for me?" Well, the one I was talking to, he said, "Well, let me call my boss." So he called his boss. I asked him, "Hey, I'll pay you whatever." And the guy said, "No." Boss said, "Don't worry about it. We may leave stuff over here, and it'd be nice to have somebody kind of keep an eye on our stuff for us." No problem, I can do that. Now I did give the guy $20 so he could go buy him, you know, some beer. They could both go buy him a cheeseburger or whatever at McDonald's. But anyway, I gave them guys a little bit of cash. Wound up, I had two of the 9400 John Deere tractors and then big fancy chisel plows in here working this field up. And it was, to me, comical, because they would be at opposite corners. I'd have one here at this corner on the north end, and the other one over on that corner on the south end. And they worked this field in an X pattern. They worked the crap out of it for me and loosened it all up. It did really good. I appreciated their services. Anyway, here's your comical thought. Let's try to picture two big John Deere tractors in here. I know you farm all international guys are going, "What the hell?" But anyway, there you go. There's a little bit of a story. Something a little bit humorous to think of. And I'll let you go, and I'll catch you on the next one. And as always, please comment, rate, and of course subscribe if you stuck it out this long. Thanks a lot. I'll catch you on the next one. Bye.